Alright, let's get it up. gggrandpa.com. Or I think it's GG Grandpa. Or Grandpa. Got up to 105. So finally hitting triple digits today, which is nice in of itself. I think I'll do a couple off here and just end the stream from there. Oh, NJP WGG. Why not? I don't know what it is, but there's just so many like recreations lately. Like, I swear there was a whole time period of just a bunch of original concept, but now everyone just seems to be content with just remaking everything, and I don't know how I feel about it, because they're definitely putting a lot. You definitely see the effort that goes into it, but I know there's some fresh. There's not even a health system. There's a lot of fresh stuff going on here. Interesting coin sprite. Do you like it? Make a cool platformer thing of itself. Oh, so explosions don't kill you? Well, considering like anything can one-shot me here, I should probably be careful. Oh, you do jump a lot higher than I thought you would, because I'm just used to it a lot in other places. I see how they were trying to make the sprites here, and it's an interesting approach. They kind of have just like a I forget the term, but I know with like when I was making physical versions of the paper TRG thing, I try to do something similar where you just have like a physically stand by having two different pieces of paper. It's an interesting visual effect, at least. And I assume this starts what I need to collect, but how do you get this one when you can't ground pound? And as far as I know, you can't just pick things up, so I can't get. Here, unless I can punch. Well, there we go. Now, is it gonna quit as soon as I get 1 star, or do I just get to, or is this free form and I can just go for however long I want? Does appear to be the case. Well, I think I've gone far. I think I at least got a general idea what this is about. It's a recreation of Bob-omb Battlefield, so I think I'm gonna just try to get to the top of the mountain and call it a night, or call it a run. Cause I'd be kind of curious to see if they like were able to implement the Bob-omb King. Cool, they do have wall jumping in this. Cause I've been noticing more and more that people seem to be like cutting out the wall jumping in their platformers, so it's kind of... But then again, I guess you could wall jump in Super Mario 64, so it wouldn't be a little weird if you can do it here. Dang it. Now I'm just stubborn. I know I can do it. Do it. Probably because it feels so big to go just and take so long just to go up the mountain the normal way, especially when these things are just flying at 60 miles an hour. And I'm feeling pretty good that, like, if I hit them once, I just die, and... Oh, hello! Collision detection. Oh, no, 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 please. You gotta give it props, though. It's looking to be a very faithful recreation of Bob-omb Battlefields. And this one's probably my friend, but I could probably still destroy it all the same. Oh! Very faithful recreation. I was not prepared for that. There we go. Oh, I was gonna say, I don't even know if I want to go all the way back up there, but I see the Bob-omb King up there. I kind of want to punch him in the face and see what happens. Nah. I'll come back to that on my own time. Pretty good. No, let's see what else I can get. Yeah, I'm kind of like gonna have to clean things out soon because I'm definitely seems like I'm hitting my limit for levels I can hold on to. Oh, I definitely played this one already, but it was kind of neat, so I don't mind showing it off at there at least. And maybe it'll work better with a Pro controller than gyro controls. No, it's just wonky. But you just gotta get the ball into the hoop, and that's literally the game. Good luck actually getting the ball in the hoop, though. I say as I get it immediately. And that's the game. That actually went by a lot faster than I thought it would. Now, I feel like I've rated it before, so it wouldn't be fair to rate it again. So I'll just refresh and hopefully get something different this time. I always starting to hit duplicates when playing this on my own time, so I'm actually surprised. It probably wasn't a good idea to stream this because I've already done so many, enough to actually start hitting the duplicates. But even when I am starting to hit duplicates, I'm still finding stuff like being featured on the actual YouTube show that I haven't played and rated, so I apparently haven't played every single game that's been submitted to the site. Therefore, I definitely haven't played every game, or haven't played every... There's definitely more than 100 levels out there, despite the fact that I've definitely done this one already, too. Alright, let's give it another go. It's kind of going to be at a point where it's kind of hard for to actually find new ones, but I know they're out there. I know there's more than 100 levels out there on the internet somewhere. You know, excuse me if I keep constantly like using level and game interchangeably. I've done this one before. I was thinking about, and there's better things to showcase for the heck of it, like, you know, let me just like find that one. I'll show it off real quick because it's a lot cooler of a game than the other one they wanted me to do. So this is Recube. It's got a very simple but very unique concept. You place Y to set a block, and you know, I know you're thinking there's games that have done this before. But what's actually interesting about it is the fact that like if I die here, a block is set right around where I died. So death is actually kind of expected for this, and you actually constantly make new progress for levels by getting deaths in the mix. But the fact that it keeps track of how often you die kind of makes me wonder, like, how close we could get. And I think I want to at least... I'm not going to show the whole thing because it does go on for a while. But I at least want to get to the point where you actually start doing wall jumps. Because it's actually a pretty interesting combination to try a wall jump. on top of the whole gimmick. So I think what I want to do is like get myself high enough to actually die kind of like that. And as I do, well, you'll see. I'm actually kind of tempted to just use the level select to skip ahead because definitely some interesting stuff later on. I never actually fully beaten it, but like I got to the volcano part, it kind of sucked. And stopped from there, especially when it started breaking at the volcano. But I definitely like this game, if only for the concept. Apologies, I kind of feel like a little... not really feeling too talkative today, if you can tell. Kind of sucks early on because it feels like a checkpoint so far. It's a little more annoying than I remember to try to like... Oh yeah, I think that was the thing, like you didn't have to die in the earlier areas because you can just like take this upper path, I think, and that would definitely get you up high enough to pass the death blocks. But since I did it the hard way, not as big of a deal. I say as I immediately die. Again, I would just play something else, but I really want to get far enough into this so you can actually see how cool this can get later on. I think if I die too many more times, I'll just use the level select. I think I just like skip to level 2. Now, how do I do this normally? I think what I did was like I lined it up in a way where my block was high enough so I could like wall jump off it. And that gets me high enough to actually clear it. Or I could just do that. I think I just gotta take a leap of faith. And the good news is I take that leap of faith again. It's something that's actually there to catch me. Now, what does hint do? I can't remember how to actually trigger the hint. Feels like no matter what button I press, the hint never actually gets triggered. And I'm glad the blocks aren't breaking now, because that was an issue I was having before. Like that. Ugh. What I know you can do is you can time your jump well to actually land on it. I don't feel like it's an intentional thing in the game, but it definitely like slows it down quite a bit to have... Kinda wish I'd like skip to level 3 now, cause... or skipped all the way to the end where I feel like it gets really interesting, cause I'll be honest, this part sucks. Almost like gonna see if I can try to brute force it. Just try to get up as high as I can and jump from there. Wow, the game really just hates me today. Because I think you can even wall jump off them too. I don't know, you gotta take my word for it. Like, the later parts of that game are actually pretty cool. Let me see if I can get a new one this time. see, and the level rater says that I will play GO for CHH M7B. Well, I could definitely say I haven't played this one before. There's at least that. And I immediately don't want to play it anymore. Fun. Oh, if there's a shoot button, I should probably figure it out now. There is, but it's incredibly delayed. And I am not liking as is. My father was not the richest man in the world, but he had enough to buy this building 10 years ago. I feel like this is not even the original concept, that it's just based off something. I have not been here in 9 years. The fact they give me a gun tells me that this is not gonna be fun. Oh. Oh. I actually hate to admit, like, our random fast dude kinda got a little something. I mean, just a little. I don't know if I would consider myself an easily scareable person, but I definitely don't like being scared. Like, I don't understand the appeal behind horror. I'm gonna give it a fair shot and see what happens. My parents used this building for more than storage. Or they use it to hide any bodies. Ooh. Clicking narrow hallways. I'm sure this will go incredibly well. I'm sure it'll be perfectly fine, but I'm just gonna keep tapping the shoulder button just in case. Just in case something wants to pop around the corner and try to spook me. Oh. Let me guess. Well, so surprisingly enough, nothing's around to spook me when I turn back around. Just a creepy room with creepy smiley faces. Is that it? Am I supposed to go back and then I get spooked coming back from the creepy hallway? And there's no other buttons I should press. Well, gonna go back and totally not get spooked in the process. I mean, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do in the hallway. I definitely hear the eerie clicking. Maybe this is a new narrow hallway I haven't been to before. It's so freaking dark I can't even tell where I've been and where I haven't already. I can't even tell if I'm just going completely backwards at this point. You know, let me like... Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going backwards because this was the text box I saw before. Well, I'm roaming around mindlessly anyways. Let me see if I can find another level off the site to rate. Alright. Is there a doorway? Oh, that crate seems new. And I would assume that would have more sudden end in that, and it wouldn't just expect me to... I mean, look, they give me a gun. I can only assume that there's something that I gotta shoot. But I keep getting turned around and ending up back here. I don't even know where to like try and roam around. God bless. Sure. I already got a game loaded up to try next, so I'm gonna do that first, and then we can try your game after that. And at that point, maybe it'll been an hour and a half stream, and we can call it a night.